everybody, to the PCAFI News. I am Deacon Norman Heath. This is the July edition of the PCAFI News, and I am joined by my standard co-host, Sister Tiffany Porty. How are you doing, Sister Tiffany?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. And you have a new face here, a new guest co-host. We have Elder Vivian Morgan, all the way from the great state of Indianapolis, Indiana.
Hello. How you doing?
Welcome to the show. Yeah, we're glad to see you. Yeah.
Good to see you too, Norm.
Well, you know, the Lord is blessing. You know, I'm blessed by the blessed. So blessed I can't help it. Not trying to want to. On my way to heaven or join the trip. Waiting on the rapture.
Waiting on the rapture.
Hanging by the grace, armed with a praise.
Armed with a praise.
To Pastor Farmer for that wonderful flow.
Shout out to Pastor
Farmer.
That's what we do. We love you very much, sir. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. We've got a lot of things ahead of us. We want to get you the news that you can use in and around the PCFI. Starting off, you know, every week, every Wednesday, we start off 6 a.m.
Yeah.
6 a.m., 6:30, 6 a.m.,
6 a.m.
6 a.m. You're right. If you're there at 6 a.m., you'll be on time. If you're at 6:30, you'll be late. 6 a.m. prayer with our international body is our international prayer. We have it every Wednesday. It's a great way. It's midweek. Get your mind right for the rest of the week. You want to get into it. We always have great leaders. Get there. Get your prayer on. Get your word on. Life is good.
Amen.
Next up on the block, we have our Members 180 class. That's on Thursdays. ICEA always has great training sessions, things you can use, skill sets that will get you through the rest of your week and even into the rest of your month for that. And they have it every Thursday. Every Thursday is a new lesson. Good information to get into.
Yes.
Finally, on Saturday, for those who on Sunday morning, sometimes it can be a little tricky getting up at 9 a.m., they have Saturday night Sunday school.
Mm-hmm.
Another wonderful time to get information. Sunday school is the bedrock of Christendom. That's what I was told growing up. That's where you get your foundation. Sunday school.
Right.
Can't get there Sunday morning. Saturday night, they got it available to you. Fantastic classes.
Yes.
Now, we have a special piece of information. We're starting that next Wednesday. So that will be Wednesday the 16th.
July 16th.
July 16th, we have our International Fast and Prayer Day. Now, every year, before our growth conference, we come together to kind of pray God's guidance into this convocation, that souls will be saved, that lives will be changed. So we come together every Wednesday before the convocation starts. In this case, it's July 16th. You see the information in front of you. We want all of our bishops, suffragan bishops, district elders, congregants across the world, join us. We would say we want 1,000 people in there with us praying. That's going to be at 6 a.m. as well. It's going to be a phenomenal time. Join us for that event. I think that's the last of my notes for this. And if it is, I'm going to go ahead and pivot over to our guest co-host.
Yes.
Vivian Morgan. Now, Elder Morgan, you can show the people what time it is. It's your turn.
So, yes, I am here to share with you just a brief high-level overview of our Growth Conference 2025. Just to kind of walk you through what you can expect and hopefully encourage you to be excited about coming. So I'm going to start that now. So we are looking to have an amazing time at praise and worship and enrichment. We're going to kick off this year's convocation with our grand opening service, and that is at noon on Friday, July 25th. So we want you to come in, be excited, be on time, because we're going to start on time. And we're going to open up with our recording artist, Tina Campbell. She's going to set the tone with powerful praise and worship on that afternoon. And she's going to prepare the atmosphere for our own presiding bishop, Bishop Lambert Wade Gay Sr., who will share his heart and his vision for our 68th annual International Holy Convocation. We're going to continue on Friday night, and we're going to have none other than Bishop Darius Nixon. If you haven't heard him before, you are in for a treat. If you already heard him, you already know. He's going to bring a powerful word to launch us into our sacred gathering of the PCAFI Reformation. And then on Saturday, we're going to be blessed to hear from two of our very own. Both of these gentlemen know how to bring the word. District Elder R.J. McEwen.
Yes.
Energizer Bunny, we're naming him. And our own suffragan bishop-elect, Reginald Crenshaw. They're both going to come and minister with anointing and power. That is both Saturday morning and Saturday night that they're going to cover. And then Sunday morning, That's just our holy time to come together. We're going to join us on that Sunday morning, 10 a.m. for our official PCAFI worship experience, where our presiding bishop, once again, we're going to hear from our presider, Bishop Lambert Waygate Sr. He's going to declare the word with power and grace. You know, grace is a part of our theme, our annual theme this year. So we know he's going to sprinkle that in there. He's going to bring forth the word as God has given him. And then on Sunday night, our convention manager, the one and only Bishop Michael Ford Jr.
Yes,
will take us even deeper with what God has given him, a God-sent word for this season. And then we're going to round it out come Monday morning. We're going to prepare to be stirred by the ministry of evangelist Sandra Riley. And then finally, we're going to close out the PCAFI portion of convention, the International Holy Convocation portion on Monday evening with a dynamic message from our Bishop Gary Frazier. You don't want to miss a single moment of these services. We're looking for high time in God through praise and worship, dance, shouting, praise breaks, coming together, enjoying fellowship with one another. It's all coming to you this Holy Convocation 2025. And that is my segment to share information. I am going to pass it on to my sis, my girl, Tiffany.
Well, thank you, Elder Morgan. Sister Viv, as I call her.
Y'all funny.
Thank you for that. And thank you for joining us on this.
Thank you. My pleasure.
So I'm just going to add on a few more highlights to the growth conference part of the International Holy Convocation, and that is our excursions. On Monday, the youth go every Monday at our Holy Convocations. The youth will have an excursion, and this year they're going to go to Canada's Wonderland. And it's an amusement park. There is still time to purchase your ticket and still time to secure your spot. So on Monday, I believe it's like from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m., somewhere around there. You can get the information on the website, but there's still time to secure your spot, purchase your ticket, visit the website, and that you can get your ticket and more information on the website. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we also have additional excursions for everyone. One on Tuesday, it's to Niagara Falls. And on Wednesday, I believe it's a tour of downtown Toronto. Both of those excursions have sold out. However, if you visit the PCAFI community page, there are people that are on there who possibly are selling their spots. Maybe they couldn't make it. They purchased a ticket in advance and they can't make it, or they decided to change their mind. If you're interested, check out the PCAFI community page. You may be able to find a ticket or a seat to Niagara Falls or the downtown Toronto excursion. Also, I do know on that page that there are people who are no longer attending the Holy Convocation, and they may have a room. I know our hotels are sold out. However, there are some people who are making exchanges or selling their rooms on the PCFI community page. So if you do not have a room, if you're still looking for a room, check out the PCFI community page it's on Facebook. It is a closed group. If you're not already a part of the group, just request to join the group. We'll get you approved quickly, and you can see some of the posts that are on there that people may be exchanging room or selling their rooms, or if you're looking for a seat to one of the excursions, you possibly can get it there. So just wanted to share that. And last but not least, wanted to talk about the end of our conference. It's the PTI 28. This conference is designed for all ministers, all elders, pastors, and bishops. If you miss PTI 28 at Lead, you do not want to miss PTI 28 at Growth. There are some dynamic preachers and teachers that will be imparting in us, their knowledge and the Word of God. I have on Tuesday, we will be joined by Bishop S.Y. Younger in a session, early morning session. Session 2, our presiding Bishop Lambert W. Gates Sr. Session 3, Evangelist Sandra Riley. and session 4 on Tuesday, Dr. Dwight Radcliffe Jr. On Tuesday night, for our evening worship, we will be joined by Bishop S.Y. Younger, and he is a favorite of the PCAFI and a friend of the PCAFI, so you don't want to miss Tuesday night. On Wednesday, at PTI 28th, more impartation. Session 6, which is the early morning session, will be presented by our Bishop Emeritus, presiding Bishop Emeritus, J.E. Moore will be our 9 to 10 a.m. Presenter. The 10 o'clock through 11:30 a.m. Session 7 will be done by Dr. R. Hurd, who will also be our evening worship speaker, and he will be closing out our PTA, our growth conference, and our PTI sessions, and our International Holy Convocation, all in one. And last but not least, there is a recap. I'm sorry, I did skip over our recap. The presider's reflection from 2:30 to 3 p.m. So it looks like the PTI 28 on that Wednesday will be from 8 a.m. until 3 o'clock p.m. with closing out with the presider's reflection. And then again on that Wednesday night, closing out our International Holy Convocation, and that is our ordination night. It will be done by none other than Dr. R. Hurd. So you don't want to miss this year's International Holy Convocation. It is our first time over international waters in Toronto, Canada. There's still time to register. If you can't make it in person, you can register to join us virtually. You will have access to all of the seminars during the day and any other highlights that we may have during the day. And of course, you can join us on YouTube or our Facebook pages for our evening worship services. So I am going to pass it over to Deacon Norman Heath, who will close us out for this PCAFI news.
Can I just?
I'm sorry. No, you can't say
that. Okay, all right.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to put a special push for the PTI portion of the convocation. I was blessed to be able to attend the lead version of that, and it's something you can hear a preacher over the pulpit, and they do a wonderful job. All of the speakers do, but when you pull them into that setting, the PTI setting, it becomes a little bit more intimate in a way that you just really hear from them, and the wisdom and the knowledge that they share. It's matchless. And I just thoroughly enjoyed myself. I really honestly didn't know what to expect going into it during lead, but I was so excited. I literally was texting those who were coordinating, Bishop Edwell and Pastor Porter and Bishop Ford in the middle of it, saying, this is fantastic. This is amazing, because it was so awesome. So if you have not considered going, check it out. You're not going to regret it. It's well worth it. You can still register.
You can still register for PTI 28, and that website is www.pcafime.org, and just click the link to PTI 28 and register there.
Yeah. So and as they said, there is a virtual component as well. So if you can't be there in person, come virtually. I'm not a minister by any means, but I was able to witness the results of that class, and the people that went there all testified that they had a great time. They left edified and with skill sets they could take back to their church to make them better preachers and ministers of the word of God. So definitely take advantage of that. A couple of last news and notes that we want to get here before we get up out of here. Couple of items. Number one is that after this prayer call that's happening on the 16th, this will be the last one until August 13th. So I know the dates kind of sound similar. More information will come out soon, but we want to get that out there for that. Number two is that during the growth conference, we will definitely have our Presiders Unity Prayer like we normally do. That's on Monday, July 28th. That's at 8 a.m. We want everybody to hop into that Zoom room like we do every year. We go before the throne of grace with our presider. We'll have other prayer opportunities throughout the rest of the conference in the morning. I believe it's 6 a.m. for those that come. And it's early will I seek thee. You can seek them on Zoom with the prayer ministry. They'll be there. You all can seek them together at 6 a.m. I may not be there, but y'all can say a prayer for me. So, you
have one of the days. Each
one
of the days has one of the days that we have to run.
Yes,
so.
that 6 a.m. is whew.
It's
great.
Right.
but for those that do, hey, y'all definitely could. You are blessed.
We're all blessed. Yes.
Lastly, parking passes. You want to make sure you're getting them. They are running out very, very fast. So if you plan on driving to the Holy Convocation and the Growth Conference, get you a parking pass, because otherwise, while yes, Canadian is not as much as American, it will add up over them days.
It does.
So definitely get the parking pass while it is yet available to you to get. The border crossing letter. People have been asking about that border crossing letter. Those are going out the week of July 15th. So check your emails around that time frame. It's going to be sent to the email that you registered with.
Yes.
So that's where it's going. We will send those out. We could collect all the names, so they're going out when they're out. Lastly, we're having a Toronto Experience meeting this coming Thursday, July 10th. That's the last one before the convocation. So if you have any type of questions, concerns, last minute information that you want to make sure you get, tune in. That's going to be on our Facebook and YouTube channels, July 10th at 7 p.m.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. I'm glad I asked. 8 p.m. Join us right back here on these channels, because you want to get your last bit of information. If you have any last minute questions, that's the time to ask it, because once we get on the ground, we off and running. Yes,
we will not have the 9 a.m. Zoom call for the Toronto meeting on July 10th. The 9 a.m. Zoom Toronto Experience meeting that we normally have, we will not have the 9 a.m. We will only be doing the 8 p.m. Facebook Live and YouTube. So you can ask your questions in the comment lines.
Indeed. So you want to make sure that you're tied into that. One very last thing, and I'm only saying this because we got a lot of calls about this. My PCAFI, that's the new system that we're using to handle licenses and memberships. A lot of emails have gone out. It's a new system. For the most part, it's pretty straightforward. But if you have any questions or concerns, reach out to us at support.pcafintl.org. There's a link on the top of the PCFI page. You can open a ticket. One of us will get back to you. Again, we realize it's a new system, so there will be questions, and we're here to help you get integrated into this new system. As a member of the technology team, where we have a lot of initiatives that are coming out, so we want to make sure that you're staying informed with that. So we have the My PCFI. A little ways back, I talked about the Apollo's AI app. We want to make sure that's an AI chatbot that we built out for you, our PCFI constituents. So if you have questions and concerns and you can't seem to reach somebody, the AI system, we try to put as much information into it to make it as helpful as possible for you.
Nice.
Very last thing. I sound like a preacher. I'm getting ready to close. I'm getting ready. 3 more minutes. I'm getting ready to close. No, the very last thing is something I'm really excited about. I want to get this out to you right now because we're making our grand debut. We're going to have a big promo about it, but you heard it first on PCFI News. We have our new streaming system called PCFI TV. We have very thank you for the cheers. I'll take the cheers. We worked very hard for this. This system is going to be our streaming platform for all of our media. So that's as far as our council services. We have archive services. We have our seminars. All this information is there, and it is free. FREE free. It's available on Apple devices for our Apostolics. It's available on Android devices for people that know our stuff is the best.
That's available
for Jordians.
Realize it's available on Fire Sticks. It's available on Roku devices. Go in, download, and be blessed. It's an amazing system. We put a lot of hard work into it, and more things will be coming into it. So check it out, PCFI TV. That's the end of our show. I have nothing else. On behalf of Elder Vivian Morgan and Tiffany Porter, we thank you for joining us for PCFI News. You all will not be doing the same pose at
the same time.
Automatically.
You all take too many pictures together to be that perfect. I don't like that. But we thank you all for joining us, and we will see you on the ground in Toronto this coming July 25th. Join us. We hope to see you. Take care. God bless.